Hello there, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Cities Skylines. Before we crack on our mission to break through the 50,000 population mark, it has been brought to my attention by a wily-eyed commenter that this area of the city has something of a problem in that no one can get to it. So if we see this kind of, residential road here, and you see this is kind of the epicenter of our trash problems. No one can get to it because we've got one-way streets pointing in opposite directions, meaning no one can get in. Thank you very much, Yoni, or Joni. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce your name, but thank you very much for the comment. Very well spotted. So, how's about we fix that then, huh? Actually, what's the best way to go? This is all one way heading down there. And this is a traffic black spot, but if I route it round this way, it's just going to afflict that one anyway. So let's let's flip that one round. So yeah, thanks for that. And if anybody else spots ludicrous behaviour on my behalf, on my part, please do let me know. It makes life quite a lot easier when I have you fine people who are watching me do this, pointing out where I've got things wrong. Oh, interesting. Look at just how much traffic is now going down there, because obviously everyone who is exiting is now going to try coming down this road, leading to this. Well, actually, it's not as snarled up as it used to be. It's still pretty grim. I wonder. Okay, so here's some alternate thinking. What if we change this to one way up that way, and then this to one way back in again? Would that help me in this? No, it wouldn't help me at all. Yeah, that's not one that's easy to fix. There's an awful lot of... This isn't helping this hospital actually reach where it needs to get to either. Maybe if we were to put in a bypass, and we've already got one, the question is whether the ambulances can get to it or not, and link it through to this junction here. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm all for at the moment. I am all for trying out new things. Sorry, folks. Homeless is what you are. To see if we can alleviate the situation at all. Let's have a look, see if anybody wants to use this road. Because if anybody coming down here decides that they want to zip up here, that would help significantly. We do run the risk of running a queue at this junction, but you know what? I'm going to through some judicious traffic light usage. There we go. Let's leave those traffic lights off, given that there isn't much traffic coming through there. We'll see. We'll leave that running and see how it goes. Okay, so we've kind of topped out at 46,000 population, and it's shrinking ever so slightly at the moment. And we've got the kind of problems that they're more or less inevitable once your city reaches a certain size, because to fix them, it takes big solutions and not small ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that my city is epic in any fashion at all, but it is growing, and it's grown to a fairly healthy size. We've got major problems with corpses. I mean, ridiculous corpse problems, and I suspect that's probably because my, if I recall correctly, all my graveyards they're all over they're kind of central. And in fact, it would surprise me if I'd got enough. What else have we got here? Let's have a look. Graveyards. Yeah, so we've got we've got a graveyard patch here, one there, and some more over there. There's no reason why people should be struggling to be buried. No reason at all, other than hearses not being able to get to where they need to get to. Yeah, I wonder if the wall of garbage trucks here, which is just ludicrous wall of garbage trucks. And what is there that I could do to actually make those flow better? Well, you could stop the traffic coming through here. Well, that's not going to help anybody, is it? The other thing is that those... So this is Garbage Central, right? You know, you've been introduced, you've met these folks before. Actually, if we were to put a little linking road here, this might be a disaster. But if we were to put a little linking road here, like that, then what we would be able to accomplish is these trucks would be able to take a sneaky bypass under the road to get to this lot, and hopefully that would be in such a way that it's not actually desirable for regular traffic from up here to come back in this direction. We'll see, because I'm certain that it's the traffic woes that are causing the difficulties for people getting their garbage to the right location. But let's leave that running and see if it fixes itself. Oh yeah, because that's totally what's going to happen. Is you know, this game is clearly one that likes fixing itself rather than you having to do anything. What else have we got going on? So we got another hexagon that I put up last time around, clearly with expansion on my mind. We've got this rather delicate and dainty roundabout that is working on the way in. You know, it's routing stuff around quite nicely, but on the way out, they all get bogged down over here. And, you know, that's just going to continue. There's not a lot I can do about that. Why are you saying that you're not correctly matched? Am I using an ancient version of the hexagon here? Could well be. Not that I need it right now, but I'm all for fixing things when you spot the problem in the first place rather than waiting until later. Right, there we go. That's that dealt with. Right, you chaps are having trouble getting workers, which is possibly hindering the growth in this area, although it's commercial. You know, commercial is also highly demanded at the moment, and sticking some out here might be a halfway decent idea. Okay, so let's do that. So first things first, I want to put in a decent kind of fat pipe road here to help traffic get us where it need to get to. Right, let's go as far as there. And then, obviously, because no other junction comes close to the perfection of the hexagon, we'll bang another one in. I am still convinced, you know, that a hexagon running smoothly is the resolution to many a traffic problem. Right, let's just have a quick check and make sure we got the alignment helpful. What do we think? We like that? It's jaunty. How about that? Interesting. Didn't want to do it at the other angle, but it will do from this one. Okay, fine, good. So let's link these guys back up again. There we go, onto there. No, it's not pretty, but you know, it's a road. It's this is function over form. No. Look, don't get carried away with your own bending ability, my friend. You know, we want to get from point A to point B, you know, a relatively glamorous fashion, but it's the point A to point B aspect that is important. Okay, right. So that's now allowing us to kind of form up a square around this area where there are now multiple choices for people to get into and out of their destinations. This isn't going to look pretty either, but you know, let's get it done. All right, okay, that's something. Now, the only thing that the hexagon doesn't really include are off ramps. So what it is it's a system for merging motorways together, but you still need to then get that motorway traffic to where it needs to go. So if we were to take, if we make this an off here, then page it down. Really, is that the best place to put it? Yeah, probably is. Probably not a bad place to go. And then if we put the on a little further up. Hopefully I got the elevation right there. Yeah, okay, smashing. And then what we can do here is we can put this, we can make this one way. Right, and as much as the last massive one-way route that I put together was not exactly successful, maybe this one will be different. Okay, so what this is going to be, this is going to be a commercial area here, hopefully to help pull some of the jobs over from more housing out in this area, and also given its close proximity to the industrial area, with a bit of luck, it should also suffice to make sure that those guys have got resources nearby. Supplies, stocks, stuff that they can sell. What's a better word for that? I don't know. Anyway, let's put that on like that. In fact, it might have been better not to slip road that and to actually have it as a junction. Although junctions make highway traffic behave erratically. All right, splendid. So off of here, we will we'll then put some smaller roads, just to give them somewhere to build. There we go. Now this is obviously going to create some additional junctions, but you know, junctions, you know, you got to do them. I could one-way this, couldn't I? And maybe I will. Maybe I'll come back and one-way this in a minute. Alright, no, actually, let's not put one in there, because we want to leave that free to hit the freeway. Let's do it like this. Okay, so obviously once we've actually delivered on some of the commercial demand that's going on, we should see a knock-on for residential demand after that. Now, I'm pretty sure we've got the space to cope with that already. Right, this road here is going to be properly busy, so I am going to upgrade that. And I'm going to chance using the upgrade tool to do so. There we go. So that'll be Q Central, I suspect. No real getting away from that, unfortunately, but there we go. Right, let's put a bypass. Stop with that. Bypass out here. How about there? Okay. So that's for those who, you know, who desire to build tiny little shops out near the coast, or near the sewage treatment plant. Ideal place for a cake shop. Okay, right, so we'll make this low density. Don't need anything more than that, and then we'll high density up in parallel with the train. Give me my square. There we go. Right, smashing. Let's make sure that they are on the water, which they're not. What have we got here? Oh, that's road that doesn't go anywhere yet. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. Nope. Too aggressive-o. There we go. Splendid. That should be highly desirable for those with a commercial kind of bent. Let's drag that. No, let's not. Okay, that should be enough space. Now, yeah, I mean, once again, this is, you know, building without due care and attention particularly. We've got, they're isolated at the moment, but if someone builds here, that will connect the whole shebang up. Why these people don't do a survey and kind of go like, is it on the power grid? There we go. That should make them cheerful. All right, so I mean, half of what I'm trying to do here is just move traffic to different parts of the city, because constantly running off from you know, the existing major hubs is not really doing me any favours. That said, you know, what we're doing is we're just routing more traffic, and as the city grows in size, that's, you know, that's still going to be we're always going to come up across traffic as the major woe of our day. Because as we succeed in growing services, growing anything, let's go. No, you can't go that way anyway. Right, look, let's bridge it. Right, so bridge first. Oh, come on, you know you want to. There you go. It's the ticket. Odd. Okay. Let's go from about here. Come on, man, snap to it. There we go. Alright, excellent. And then, excuse me, and then we'll... do I really want one way down here? It doesn't lead anywhere useful. Well, it does lead somewhere useful if you're trying to leave, I suppose. So what do you think? You do something like that? That's zany. There are worse things you could do. It's not brilliantly attractive. Okay. Obviously, this junction right now, completely useless. Doesn't go anywhere at all. But this one does lead people out. The problem is, it leads people out from the inn. So it's largely going to be this section that decides to use that area. So have I missed anything completely obvious? No, it's not really growing yet. But no, it doesn't look like I've missed anything obvious. Right, okay, look, let's have a look down here. The queue of garbage trucks is gone, but that doesn't mean anything. Given that they all try and depart at the same time, I would imagine they all try and come back at the same time. The bigger question is, what have we got trying to use this this little slip way that we made? So there's a couple of garbage trucks. There's another one. Traffic isn't too heavy. Over here, traffic is ridiculous. And again, it's because cars insist on all using one lane. They've got 6 to play with, and yet they're all trying to use the same lane. So this is the one-way street that we changed the orientation of, and the effect has been hateful. All right, we need to rethink this roundabout. The principle is fairly sound, but in practice, it's rubbish. The easiest fix would just be to remove this corner here. That is the easiest fix. That's what we're going to do. Get rid of this section, which will route all this traffic out through that way. Even the stuff that was going to come in here. But the upshot for this section is no queuing. Straight onto the roundabout, except for this flaming traffic light. Okay, so let's look at where these guys are trying to go. So we've got a couple of hearses right at the front of the queue. Obviously. Go pick up some corpses. Damn you. And they wanted to go all the way around. Interesting. In fact, all those want to go all the way around. Well, that's where, I mean, that's where all the dead bodies are kind of queuing up. Okay, so what we'd like is for these two to merge. Okay, so that one... Interesting. Because all of these lanes get business. Oh, there's garbage trucks going around here as well. And that tailback is now reaching epidemic proportions. Okay, so we've got to resolve this. Alright, okay, so what we're going to have to do here is we'll get rid of that and flip it. Like that. And then, with a bit of luck... Now, that prevents all this traffic from getting onto the roundabout at all. So what are they going to do instead? They're all going to go up here, where I recently removed the traffic lights. Ah, we've now got traffic reaching the end of here and finding they can't go up there. So let's upgrade that to one way. Why are you telling me you're pointing the wrong way? You're not pointing the wrong way. Yes, I'm comfortable with those both pointing into each... Whoa, 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 steady on there, Tiger. Oh, well, you've deleted the buildings now, so, you know, crack on. I don't trust that upgrade tool. Probably because I don't understand it. There we go. That's got it. So they're currently going up there, and then what? Heading to places, parts unknown. Alright, let's get this rezoned again. Okay, so with that new piece of zoning that we did there, well, why are you complaining at me? What's your drama? How about we get rid of this 6-laner and turn it into a one-way? Well, that's pointing the wrong way. Right, that's it. No more upgrade road tool for me. It's rubbish. Well, that's a little harsh. Okay, well, let's reword then. I'm incapable of using it. That's more like it. Okay, so, I mean, that section there is going to be pretty busy. Hopefully the ambulances can find their way out. Yeah, this junction's not great either. But at least it flows onto something that isn't too jammed up. Or at least not yet. Meanwhile... Okay, so we've moved one area of chaos and made it another one. This is more or less unclogged. But idiot drivers driving like idiots... yeah, why people try and swerve into that lane immediately is beyond me. That's not how people drive. There's just too much traffic all being routed down one out, effectively. Now, what would be quite nice, and I've not seen it done, so I'm going to speak hypothetically here, would be if you could double-decker your roads. So if I could run a road over, you know, if I could run a highway over the top of here in you know, in parallel, basically. Not in parallel, you know, yeah, in parallel. It is parallel. That would be helpful. Twice the traffic in one segment. There are so many dead bodies in this town. Talk to me about healthcare. Talk to me about death care. And, I mean, I could brute force it in the same way that I did trash dealings. Where are we? Ramp it. There we are. Give me max cover. how big is that knock-on? The knock-on isn't actually too severe there. However, exiting... No, again, that's not too severe. It is creating problems that are knocking on. But, you know, you show me any major city in the world and I'll show you a city with traffic problems. It's the wall of garbage trucks just isn't helping, but we're trying to keep the garbage situation under control. And effectively what we've got here is nothing but single lane roads. That's how the game's using it. Nothing but single lane. Right, okay, where else are we going? I'm just having a quick tour around to wrap up today. Here's the wrong way roundabout, which is kind of working, I guess. Yeah, I mean, traffic is killing the city. You know, without putting too fine a point on it, it's making growth really, really difficult. We've dropped from 46,000 population to 42 in just this episode, and that's because getting growth is actually proving to be really, really difficult. And a lot of that is coming off the very poor traffic system that we have. Maybe more metros are the answer. Anyway, I'll look into that next time around. Thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Slow growth is the way. We will get there. We will build up the glamour of this city, and I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. So, just a quick peek at this train station. 274 passengers last week. Maybe trains are the answer. I do have a thing with trains. Maybe they are the solution I've been looking for. Okay, next time around, traffic research. We're going to find out where people are going and why they are causing all these problems. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Please leave a like, subscribe if you've not done so already, and I will catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.